Here's a vintage Coach accessory that you don't hear about often. This is the 1-inch harness belt number 6600 in navy leather from the 1980s. I found this one recently at a yard sale, but she needs a little bit of TLC. She's a little bit dry and scratched up and needs some moisturization. And what do we have here? A little bit of Coach lore. If you find one of these stamped into the solid brass hardware piece of your bag, it signifies that it's from the North and Judd Manufacturing Co., which Coach used from the late 60s to the 80s. Finding this mark could help date your piece, and it's great to point out in a listing online if you're planning on reselling, because collectors love to find little historical bits like that. For this rehab, I'm going to proceed with the usual leather CPR to rehydrate this leather and also cleanse it. These belts were made with glove tan leather on the top and full grain cowhide leather on the bottom. And you might not realize this, but Coach's roots is actually in men's leather accessories, so it was old hat for them by the time they started making belts for women's in the 1980s. As a fashion reseller that's constantly checking out the belts rack at different thrift stores, I can tell you they don't make belts at this quality anymore, easily accessible. You probably only find them maybe on the very high-end luxury end. Now here's what we're looking like after one pass of leather CPR. I want to fix the discoloration of this navy leather, so I'm going to go to my tried and true Navy Color Furniture Clinic recoloring balm. Now, don't let the term recoloring balm scare you. This is really more of like a light leather stain in my experience. I've used this navy balm before on vintage Coach navy bags, and it's absolutely perfect to blend right in and really restore some of the color and luster back to these leather goods. Here's a side-by-side. This product only bonds to the areas of the leather that the color has faded from, and before anyone asks in the comments, it does not come off on your clothing because we're going to seal it with this leather protection cream. You can use any leather protection cream you want. I happen to have the Furniture Clinic branded one as well, and you can see quite a bit of the color comes off during this step. That's totally normal. You're rubbing the color off from the areas of the leather that don't need it, but it's bonding to the areas of the leather that do need it, which have faded away. Anything that was going to rub off on you is going to come off during that step. I'm also just going to gently polish this buckle with the Brasso. I just want to clean it up. I don't want to take the natural patina off. Here's a reminder of before, how we started out here with this belt, and here's the after. As always with my vintage Coach restorations and rehabs, I like to get things back as close to how they looked naturally when they were first new in the store. You can find this belt and many other vintage leather goods listed on my exclusive district marketplace, the Vintage Coach Collective. Thanks for watching, and as always, happy thrifting.